Alrighty, so I'm going to get started with this. Started offline, and I made sure that I got everything kind of set up for the frequency, so we can expedite this a little bit. I'm going to skip the pre-flight check just for that same reason. Real quick, let me check some notes. There we go. Okay. I'm going to fix something with some head tracking, make sure we're square on that. Probably should have done this before, but hey, it'll only take a second. All right, there we go. That's a little better. There we go. Mo better. I like that. All right. Get rid of this little bugger right here. And we'll do the janky startup. Nothing I'm proud of, but I've just had to figure this out as I've gone. Really haven't looked at many videos on multi-engine. But I can get the thing to move. That's enough that I need right now. I'm here for the comms, not for the flight. Mostly. Oh, of course. Boop. There we go. That's better. Alrighty. Yep, we're square. Alrighty. Now I need avionics master. There she is. Lock that real quick. So just a quick review, not only for myself, but just I guess so y'all know what's going on. I'm going to contact ATIS, clearance delivery for Santa Barbara, ground for taxi, and then control tower, and then from there it's going to be departure, Santa Barbara departure. So for the first one, we're going to start with ATIS of 132.65. Switch that's a little closer. 32.65. Switch it and listen.
Santa Barbara Mon information Charlie. 100 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 14, dew point -15. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runways 07, 15 right, 15 left, departing runways 07, 15 right, 15 left. Advise on initial contact you have Charlie.
Oh, you know what? Might help.
Santa Barbara Mon information Charlie.
Oopsies.
100 Zulu weather.
There we
Wind
go.
calm,
Now we can get with the
connected to
ATC.
For contact, you have information Charlie. Santa Barbara Municipal Airport. ATIS information Charlie. 02530 Zulu. Wind 140 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 20. Dew point 17. Altimeter 2984. Arriving and parting runways 15 left, 15 right, 25. Visual approaches in use. The FR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Charlie.
Oh, I accidentally hit something over here. I don't even know what I did. It says
Santa Barbara Municipal Airport. 8.
20 nautical miles -1. Alright, well that's new. I haven't seen that. I'll have to figure that one out later. Alright, so what we found out from ATIS is that it's information Charlie. We've got winds at 140 at 4 knots, and the altimeter is 2984. The only weird thing about that is it says that we are 30 feet below sea level. So this airstrip is supposed to be 11 feet above sea level. So I'll make the decision to 11 feet above sea level. So let's see. So next step is going to be I'm going to contact clearance delivery and find out, or let them know that I want flight following. Contact ground for taxi and the control tower for takeoff. After takeoff, they're going to have me contact Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara departure. Okay, so clearance delivery 132.9.
26 times over your departure.
Now these frequencies are mixed up. I'm pretty sure just because
approach, go ahead.
we have one ATC controller, and he's got about 40 different airports he's running, so it helps us not step on each other. So you're gonna hear stuff that's out of the norm for my area and frequencies, but it's still a learning tool, I guess, in a sense, because
504 squawk 3741.
it's a learning tool because I get to hear some of the stuff on the outside, which would be, say, IFR and other VFR communications. Okay, so my next one's going to be ground at 121.7. Perfect. After that is control tower at 119.7. So I'm going to switch 132.9 after I've contacted.
5 to Tango, 6 approach, go to Limburg Airport, S5, maintain 5,000, departure 127.4, squawk 6512, hold for release.
After I've contacted clearance delivery, and it'll free that up because I'm not in any rush after that until I start the taxi. Which even then I'm not really technically in a rush, but we'll roll with it. Right.
2650, contact 5 miles southeast Camarillo Airport, Camarillo altimeter 29904. I understand you'd like to pursue the VOR at T5 practice first in Austin.
Wait for a readback from that guy if I can hear it.
Number 504, roger. Fly present heading, maintain the VFR altitude.
Hold on for 1 sec. Make sure he's cleared to chat. Santa Barbara clearance delivery. Baron 459er Sierra. Slant Golf requesting flight following to Burbank at 5500 with information Charlie.
T6504, turn left heading 050.
I probably just stepped on some of it. We'll see if you heard me.
Last circle request, say again.
Santa Barbara clearance delivery, Baron 459er Sierra, Slant Golf requesting flight following Burbank at 7500 with information Charlie.
459er Sierra, Santa Barbara clearance, set for departure, fly runway heading. Maintain the VFR at below 1,500, go advised. Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 7315.
Fly runway heading after departure. Climb or maintain at or below 1500. Departure frequency 12055. 459er Sierra. Squawk 7315. 459er Sierra.
59er Sierra, back. 121 Charlie Victor, can I have a approach for 190.6?
What? Boom. All right, cool. Let's see, 7315 on squawk. Let's do that before I forget.
Wilson Tower, suspect 045 Victor, would like to pick up IFR to Riverside with.
Turn this bugger on. 7315. Almost forgot that squawk code in the callback, but I caught him before he chewed me out. Boom, 7315. I didn't. Cool. Okay. So now we take the clearance delivery and turn it to control tower at
251 Charlie Victor, SoCal approach. The Limburg altimeter 2990. Advise you have information X-ray. Expect the GPS Bravo runway, GPS Bravo approach from G-Land and straight in for runway 27.
21.7. Good. So after 1119.7, I'm going to go ahead and go to departure frequency of 120.55. So we'll swap that. 120.55, and then next would be point Mugu approach of 124.7. 24.7.
3045 Victor, clear to Riverside Airport.
Perfect.
After departure, fly heading 120. Radar vectors Seal Beach, Victor 8, Paradise, direct. Maintain 2,000. Expect 5,000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 6047. Fly heading clear to Riverside. Fly runway heading fly heading 120. Radar vectors to Seal Beach, Victor 8, Paradise direct. Climb to 2,000, expect 5,000 5 minutes after departure, frequency 128.1, squawk 6047. 453 back, correct? Or 2650. Bernardino ground, this is Skyhawk Tango Corpo Yankee Mike.
A lot
At East Hangars,
stepping on each other.
we are requesting a west departure. We have information X-ray. This will be for Cat 7.
Tango Golf Club Yankee Mike, San Bernardino grounds. Roger, runway 24, taxi via Alpha. Say type aircraft.
This is Skyhawks 172. We will taxi via Alpha 2, runway 24. Go Yankee Mike.
Okie dokie. So, now I guess we're going to go ahead and contact ground and go from there. Santa Barbara ground. Baron 459er Sierra. Holding, or ready to taxi to. Excuse me, one sec.
Four 5 Sierra, stand up ground, runway 25, taxi via Juliet.
25, taxi via Juliet.
Runway 2650, finding 270, join the final approach course.
I guess he did the kind approach and let me go ahead and told me what I had to do without me having to stutter on myself again. I should have had that one, but it's all a learning process. That's what they're here for.
Number 639 Charlie, Van Nuys, ground runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
16 right, Alpha Charlie, 639 Charlie.
So, at this point, I'm going to contact Tower and tell them I'm ready to take off. They're going to give me directions to either...
Number 2604, you're about 3 miles from the UB. Continue to the left turn, heading turn left heading 240. Maintain at or above 3,600 until established on approach course. Cleared VOR runway 25 fastest approach into Oxnard. Maintain VFR and separation services provided.
Santa Barbara Tower, Baron 459er Sierra, holding short at runway 25.
251 Charlie Victor, I maintain 8,700 for terrain.
Four five nine. Was that for 459 Sierra or someone else?
59 Sierra, someone else.
I didn't understand what he just said. Oh, someone else. Okay, we're good. Cool, cool. It's a whole nother language listening to these guys. I'm learning though, it's taking time. Cool thing with this is it helps you kind of expect certain things from them, be able to do the callbacks without any issues. But of course it takes time and a lot of practice, and that's what I'm here for. And these videos are going to be hopefully helpful for someone that's trying to do the same and understand that just because people like to edit their videos and get the good bits and not show the bad bits, this unedited, what I think would be a bit of a understanding of what it's really like. Hopefully I was right that the fact that he said it was someone else. I guess I can give another call back. See if he's ready for me to take off.
San Bernardino Tower, Cessna Tango Golf Yankee Mike, holding short runway 24. We're ready for departure.
Tango Golf Yankee Mike, San Bernardino Tower, runway 24, give it off.
Clear for takeoff, Golf Yankee Mike.
Santa Barbara Tower, Baron 459er Sierra, holding short runway 25.
Baron 459er Sierra, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 2545, Niner Sierra. Still gotta get that callback back. The tail number. Got 2 used to 4 Victor Tango. I got pretty much 3 of the 4 on that tag right there too.
251 Charlie Victor, cross Jubilee at above 8,700, cleared RNAV Bravo, approach, expect straight at runway 27.
Jeez, let's see where this guy tries to take me. So climb and maintain hold 1500 and see where we go, or at 1500 or below. runway heading. So departure is, check after I get liftoff, 20. Com 2 is going to be my next one at Santa Barbara approach for departure. 25. Don't go higher than 1500. Set that heading bug to 25. Let's get that autopilot.
Level 1 GD, when I go so that departure, release departure, clearance deploy about 5 minutes, not about 5 minutes. Advise attention over frequency letter at 10 minutes. Change to advisory, release the crew to board airborne. Or 459er Sierra. Later contact on departure.
Contact departure 459er Sierra. Alright, switch to Com 2. Santa Barbara to departure, 459er Sierra at 1000, maintaining. Ooh, goodness. Oh, I can't remember the full callback. Hold up. Oh, I said it right, yeah. Everything's good. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I know what happened. Santa Barbara departure, Baron 459er Sierra, at 1000 and maintaining.
459er Sierra, Santa departure with a connection at climbing. 459er Sierra, correction. Resume navigation, cancel altitude restriction.
Resume navigation, Baron 459er Sierra.
639 of Charlie Van Ness Tower. Runway 16 right, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Okie dokie, so now I can go to 7500. Just take off altitude. See if I get a climb rate. No, I don't. Let's turn off autopilot for a second. Let's get up to 7500. Oh, gears. Goodness. That's the joys of learning a complex aircraft. Goodness. Sorry to death and broke on that one.
Local approach, good afternoon, Cessna Tango Golf Golf Yankee Mike. We're currently leveled at 2,600, expecting 4,500. 14 miles east from Ontario, requesting Ontario Class C transition destination at Monte.
Alright, so this is a learning experience for me, but I would assume...
Approach squawk 7434.
7434, go thank you, Mike.
I would assume that if they have...
Request transition over to Oxnard Tower.
Number 26504, contact Oxnard Tower.
Oxnard Tower, staff,
I would assume since they have radar contact, they can keep track of where I'm going in Class C airspace, and then appropriately ask me to navigate accordingly.
Departure, Lancia, 1225 Tango, 4,000, climbing 5,000.
I can get away from it, come back around and do an eastern departure.
For 2004, action Michigan. For 122 Tango, so got departure at it.
There's the heading. Autopilot. I don't want altitude though, I want to climb.
Contact 6 miles west, Embry Airport, and Mission the Ontario altimeter 2988. Head altitude, type and request.
288, ready to contact Tango Golf, go thank you, Mike, destination at Monte.
Foxtrot Tower 25, good line.
Alright,
6504, that's approved.
so heading, autopilot on. It's gonna do. Give me that climb rate. I want that climb rate. There you go. Boom! Eastern heading with some climb rate. I can dig it. Let's give it a little bit more. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I gotta listen out for him. I think I just might have missed him, but I guess we're just gonna pay attention again and see if he gives me another call back. So I've got departure frequency 12055. The next is Point Mugu approach at 124.7. Perfect, got it lined up. After that it'll be SoCal at 134.2.
SoCal departure, Cherokee 69 Charlie 2500, climbing to 4000.
The 8 is at 134.5.
Number 6393 Charlie. Took that departure. Say request.
Cherokee 6393 Charlie 2828, climb Alpha request practice approach, same thing, runway 08000.
Good afternoon, Charlie, squawk 7041.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is
Squawk 7041.
right now I am at 2055. Next is Point Mugu approach 124.7 down there. SoCal approach at 134.2, and then I need to get the ATIS of Burbank, which is 134.5. So I'm going to switch that one over to ATIS. No, yes, I'll do that to ATIS. Probably about 30 nautical miles out, so I can still get some time for the handover. And then I'll switch to the control tower at 118.7, and then ground is 123.9, which I'll just put in as soon as I landed. So I think we should be square, and now we've got the quiet, boring flight of watching our lovely dials and listening in to see if they're trying to talk to me.
Number 6 Charlie with our contact 6 miles west of Venice Airport, make altimeter 2987. I understand you'd like to shoot the ILS practice approach into Burbank.
X7 Abram ILS at Burbank 6993.
Number 26504, what are your intentions?
I want to let him know that this is for the CAT 82. Should have let him know right before I contacted them.
Maintain VFR, kind of departure 127.4.
Santa Barbara approach, Baron 459 Sierra. This is also for my CAT 8, I forgot to mention to you.
4950, 304502, take off. 3045, Golden Tower, UAV down. 3045, like 247, take off.
1 Magoo Sky, 26504, 2000.
Alright, so I'm getting it clear.
4 Pump Magoo departure. With our contact, Pump Magoo altimeter 2987, maintain VFR.
2987, maintain VFR, stall, 504.
Beginning to get clear of Class E airspace, but it's a total of 20 nautical miles stretch beyond that before they hand you over. So, even though I'm going to be going out of that little green line, that little layer of the cake, it's not going to be too far after before they decide to switch me over. And to my experience so far, having one ATC controller between all these towers, they kind of forget to hand us over, and I honestly have no idea what I need to do. I need to go cruise altitude. 70, ooh, yeah, wow, okay. Just barely past 7,500. It's going to bring it down a little bit. Get a good cruise. Manifold pressure of 1900. I'll do 2000. or 220, sorry. 2300 RPM. There we go. Bring it back on the mixture a little bit. Alright, let's do some altitude too. Just barely had missed that one. 7,500. Okay, track it back on. Oh no, go down. Yeah. Oh, I was getting some speed, that's what's happening. Alright, bring those down. And it's 7,500. Autopilot on. Altitude. Okay. Perfect. Love it. So now let's listen in and see where we go. Double check these. Bring that throttle back to 20. RPM's good. Exhaust gas is good enough. Let's see, hold on. How tricky this is. Pull it back until it starts to head back. And then add some. Make sure it's a little less touchy in this one. You don't have to drop it back so much compared to the Piper. I could be doing it wrong too, who knows? But hey, I'll learn a process. We'll see. Again, double check. 124.7. Yep, ready to switch. At that point, he's going to give me altimeter settings. Oh, what is it? Altimeter settings. Yeah. And then I'll just call that back. They'll inform me of any traffic coming up. I'll let them know if I've spotted it or not. And then hand off again to SoCal Approach. SoCal Approach to Burbank. Burbank Approach. I believe it's Approach. Yep, then tower.
Say yes.
Which is the Charlie have here.
Reading you 5 by 5, 690 Charlie.
My 690 Charlie, right. What approach would you like again?
I think you want the extra bank.
Number 693 Charlie, roger. Turn right heading 080.
Right heading 080, 630.
That was 1092, that was 1090. Victor, CAT departure. SoCal departure, Cessna 3045 Victor is 2000 level. 3045 Victor, SoCal departure, weather contact climb maintained 5,000, direct Fox 2. SoCal steady man, 3045 Victor. 3045 Victor, 5,000, direct Fox 2. 5,000 direct to Paradise. DOR, is that right? Negative. Fox to intersection. I'm sorry, can you spell that please for the 3045 POXKU. Fox Q, Papa, POXKU.
So I'm going to try and get myself on the path of the GPS again. This is a straight in landing for the next airstrip. As you can see here, well, the mouse might be inverted. You can see the pink line that I'm flying to, the magenta line over there on the GPS. I'm going to get myself online with that again, which will put me directly east for a 100% east landing. Should be straight in at least, last I checked. I was more concerned about the departure more than anything else. But either way, that's the way I'm flying. I want to get as close to that as possible. Also gonna ask him, because of this previous experience of not getting handed off to the next radar contact, I'm gonna see what how I'm supposed to handle that, see if he can answer me since he's not so busy now. Hey, if you're not too busy, can you answer a question for me?
Sure.
So a few flight following flights I've done, I wouldn't say it's an issue. I've had a problem where I'm not handed off to the next, I guess, approach or departure. How do I handle that if I don't get handed off yet? Do I just switch over to 121.5, or do I stay on that frequency until I hear something, even though I'm getting a lot of VHF distortion?
Who's talking to me?
459er Sierra.
First of all, I'm on the right frequency right now, so that's good. But what happens is sometimes they get towards reliability, you might have to deal with a few other airplanes before it gets to you for departure. Usually what you would do is just stick with the same frequency and maybe remind them if you're 5 or 6 miles out. Usually after maybe a minute or so, I would go ahead and call them and say, hey, switch me over to departure yet? Sometimes it just legitimately has so many airplanes that maybe they'll not forget about you, but have you low on the priority list or something like that.
Okay, that makes sense. I did one time where I told them that, like, hey, I'm getting close to, I was 8 miles in from tower, and I was like, I requested a frequency switch over, and they said that, I don't remember what they said exactly, but they weren't very happy about it. That's what I put it.
Go ahead and call them up and ask them, hey, am I supposed to go over departure, and we'll get you back over.
Okay.
I have to take off, so it's annoying, but if you say it, about a minute or so, that's pretty reasonable.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
One Goose, Dodger Ford, I'd like to head back to Oxnard, and I have ATIS.
We're 6 3 try fighting 100.
Alright, so now, not exactly on the line, but close enough. So now I'm going to start heading east.
504, proceed to Oxnard Airport.
Head back to Oxnard, and got the ATIS.
Charlie is 4 miles per snake, 5 miles heading, maintain 3,600, maintain 4,000 until established and localized a cleared ILS Yankee runway 8 approach.
Maintain present heading, maintain 4,000, clear for approach, and with recovery.
Maintain VFR with the clear for the practice approach.
Maintain VFR, practice approach, 16 and recovery.
Oh my goodness. There we go. It's been acting funny on me for a second.
Christian, 122 Tango out of here.
122 Papa Tango's with you.
Tango. I'm not sure what happened there. Just the contact for approach 119.6.
Approach 90 122 Papa Tango, 5,000 level.
Tango Circle approach, San Diego altimeter to 992. Advise we have information Delta. Expect visual approach, runway 27.
November 590, contact local approach 134.2.
That's one of the things I like about this. It is a training program in a sense to make sure you get communications down. These guys can be pretty helpful as long as they're not overburdened.
Southwest 1092, you send the Ironman to arrival.
Catch them whenever they're quiet, like I did just then, and they're usually pretty open to. Sorry, doing some dozens. Pretty open to help you out, whatever questions you have. There's been a few times where I've caught them later at night.
590,
I'll catch them later at night when there's pretty much nothing going on, and me and one other plane are the only people flying around.
3046, contact local approach 135.4.
Another plane and I are the only ones flying around in LA area, and it's usually the best opportunity to try and ask them something. Don't overburden.
Transfer 122 Papa Tango, 5,000 level, requesting VOR 27 into San Diego, and I have information Delta.
Cool thing is too.
VOR approach Hilton for localizer to 7.
Excuse me, I meant localizer 122 Papa Tango.
Expect that.
Now with this, from what I've gathered too, is that they actually. Uh-oh, that's not good.
Connected to Pilotedge.
Let's see. Santa Barbara departure, 459 Sierra, just disconnected. You got me back on radar?
459 Sierra, couldn't get to response. Contact local approach 134.2.
Contact SoCal approach at 134.2.
November 2 Tango, fly heading 100, vector to final approach course.
100, the vectors to Papa Tango.
Alright, so it looks like it's a new ATC controller. I didn't catch that, so I gotta comm once and contact SoCal.
So how close is this Charlie Alpha on ground?
SoCal approach, Baron 459 Sierra, 7500. Should give me a altimeter reading.
Number 459 Sierra, SoCal approach, then there's altimeter 2989.
2989, 459 Sierra.
November 436 Charlie Alpha, departure frequency 124.7, squawk 4471.
Alright, well, he answered my question then bounced, I guess so. We'll just continue from here. We actually ended up skipping Point Bugu approach. We're now in SoCal at 134.2. Next is going to be Burbank approach, actually. I think Burbank. Nope, okay, so it's going to be... Yeah, it should be... Actually, SoCal will pass us off to Burbank Tower.
November 2 Tango, contact local approach 124.35.
Yep, 118.7.
1.35 to Papa Tango.
Perfect, okay, so
Number 6 Charlie Alpha, runway 25, taxi via Fox to Alpha.
come to ground Burbank, 123.9. 123.9, oh no, actually what I need
122 Papa Tango,
is
5,000 level.
134.5.
Tango, local approach, roger.
So 134.5. Within control tower of 118.7, which is up there. And also, I will need Burbank ground, 123.9. 123.9. Perfect. Okay, so
426 Charlie Alpha, Oxford Tower, runway 25. Clear for takeoff, wind to severe at 6.
So I need to go ahead and get the ATIS just to be safe.
Burbank, Glendale, Pasadena Airport. ATIS information X-ray. 0353 Zulu. Wind variable at 4.
November 19 Charlie, contact local all,
Sky condition, clear. Temperature 8.1, altimeter 29089er. Arriving and departing runways 815. Visual approaches in use. Left.
Okay. Got what I need from there. Information is X-ray, 29er, 89er. I'll get the wind, I sure I stayed on comms waiting for approach to hand me off. And let's see, 299ers, yeah. Oh, we're already on 299. Perfect. Okay, so yeah. Alright, so our next step is going to be headed off the tower. Should be 10 miles from Burbank. And I'll just talk to them on standard comms I normally would whenever I'm trying to land. Hopefully it goes smoothly and I get my Cat 8s. Maybe we can even check out the scenery a little bit. Get little highway lights and everything. Last time we got to see a cop car, not so much this time. Bit more, I guess, a lawless area compared to last time we were flying over, or lawful. That looks like that could be Burbank up there. We're 24 miles from there, and let's see. Yeah, Class C is not too large, so 24. Yeah, that's 10 miles from it. All right.
Well, thank you, Max. I'm getting the tower for the Cat 7, runway 24, taxi near Alpha.
Yep, there's our cop car. Oh, just kidding, that's another plane. Look at that. Two of them.
Lima 2 Tango, descend and maintain 4,000.
Alright, I'm going to pay attention and listen for our tail number, because we're going to get kind of close to the
Number
area
6,
now.
Charlie Alpha, contact with number departure.
Cessna 436 Charlie Alpha, climbing to 5,500, just departed Oxnard Airport.
Head 436 Alpha, with new departure, air contact.
Start descending since we're getting kind of close, 20 miles out. Should be able to bring myself down to 5,500. Alright, so bring down throttle, RPM. Turn off autopilot. Gonna hand fly for a second. Rudder trim down.
Number 2 Tango, turn right, heading 180.
Right, 180, 2 Papa 10.
Big old city below us this time. Something new for me. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a straight-in landing. Hopefully, we'll see. Maintain this heading right now. A little bit right to the straight-in from where I came from.
Southwest 1092, contact local approach 124.5.
Say again, the 426 Charlie Alpha.
Left for Southwest 1092, contact local approach 124.5.
124.5, 426 Charlie Alpha.
It wanted to bring me back up at that old altitude. Bring that puppy back down.
Number 2 Tango, turn right, heading 245.
Right, 245, 2 Papa Tango.
Approach good even, Southwest San Andreas, level 197, descend of via Odom Truth.
Southwest Airlines Pacific approach, good evening, Los Angeles altimeter 2989, advise when you have information hotel, expect visual approach, runway 24 right.
Roger, expect 24 right visual approach, 2989, kilometers, so just 10 minutes.
Number 2 for Tango, to maximal gain, maintain 4000, until established from the localizer, good localizer, runway 27 approach.
Okay, the localizer 27 approach, San Diego 12 to Papa Tango.
Breeze back up.
SoCal approach, 436 Charlie Alpha, climbing to 5,500.
Yeah, 46 Charlie Alpha, approach, Roger. Golf Yankee Mike, San Bruno Tower, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Experimenting with that button a little bit, see what it does.
Manage reach Echo Echo, launch ground, runway 26 right, taxi Kilo.
Get me back to 5,500. Boom, altitude. Cool. Alright, so my next contact is going to be Burbank Tower, 118.7. Perfect. Good to go. Have to double check and make sure I get all this stuff right, because that's at least what checklists are for. You never get it right every time. Pretty soon I'll cut it left so you can get that straight in. Actually calling this just like that guy was talking about. SoCal approach, Baron 459er Sierra, 10 miles out from Burbank.
Baron 459
Take it.
59 Roger.
I have no idea what she just said.
From 2 Papa Tango, contact limit tower, 118.3.
118.3 to Papa Tango. The tower, land 012 to Papa Tango.
Let's see if she says anything.
Land 12 to Tango, limit tower, runway 27, good to land, wind 300 at 4.
I don't even know what that blue flashlight's about. That's definitely a new one. I turned your ass off, right?
Manage reach Echo Echo, launch tower, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff. Wind 303. Number 59 Sierra, contact Burbank Tower, 118.7.
Contact Burbank Tower at 118.7. 459 Sierra. Burbank Tower, Baron 459 Sierra, 5 miles west, full stop. Information. 1 sec, actually I don't have the right information.
Boeing 459 Sierra, Burbank Tower, X-ray current, make straight into runway 8, clear to land.
Runway 8, clear to land, 459 Sierra. Well, I guess since I don't have the information, she's still going to let me land. I think everything's okay with that. There is one thing I forgot to contact, was ADA 734.5, which I already have set up, so. Oh, I did actually listen, didn't I? That was X-ray. taking this altitude down. I feel like I was holding that button down that whole time. Hot mic. Definitely could be wrong now. Let's see what we got. Coming back around. Should be to my right over there right now.
Thank you, Mike. Circle approach. Good evening, squawk 4405.
There we go. Okay, it's ready for approach. That's right on runway 8. 8.
Go, thank you, Mike. Radar contact transition at 3500 or above. Altimeter 2989. Number 6 Charlie Alpha, contact local approach 134.2.
Alright, so elevation here is at 700 approximately. So should be coming in probably at about 2,000 at the most. That's just a guesstimate though, so we'll see. This time, hopefully I don't pull back on the RPMs and kill my engine. That was a god-awful mistake last time. We'll go ahead and just actually work off the glide slope here. We're coming in kind of high. It's a 4 mile drop.
Good evening.
First level of flaps.
Delta Hotel. Request flight rolling to Palm Springs, 5 feet, left Kiru.
Frequency 618 Delta Hotel, the nice delivery. Departure frequency 134.2, squawk 1757.
Squawk 1757 and departure frequency 134.2, Delta 618, November 618 Delta Hotel, thank you.
Okay, that's correct. Southwest 1092, contact local approach 128.5.
Still kind of steep. Back to power. Drop my last bit of flaps. Should really slow the plane down.
My frequency 135.4.
Still kind of a steep slope. Better to have a too far than rather too short. So bring these buggers down. Bring that nose back up because we're kind of coming in low now. Not yet, but we're about to be. Okay, up. There we go. Get a little bit of power again.
Thank you, Micro.
There we are. Now there's the red light. RPM full. Coming a little shallow this time.
Southwest 1092 circle approach, descend and maintain 2600.
A little bit of bounce. There we go. Not the smoothest landing, but I got it. We're alive, that's all that matters. Let's see if I can get this taxiway. Nah, it's not gonna happen. Alright, come on, let's see. Where's the most closest to what would look like general aviation? Here we go, we'll take a left here. What do we have? What's this? Oh, a 3. That's a fucking curveball. Shit. There's no fucking sign here. Alright, I'm gonna guess it is taxiway 3. Goodness. Let's see what happens. Burbank Tower, I have them already on. 11817. Burbank Tower, Baron 459er Sierra, clear runway 8 at left at taxiway 3.
Then 5 Sierra taxi to parking via Delta, monitor ground, we'll see you.
taxi to parking via Delta. Thank you. Well, that worked, I guess. And I'm assuming this is Delta. And she didn't correct me if I fucked up, so we'll go from here. Look at that, I got a, what is that, Cirrus? Tiny ass little personal jet. Looks like a spacecraft on the inside. I think it's insane. I want to fly that eventually. But we'll see. Maybe one day. As for now, I'm going to stick to these prop planes. They're already tough enough. Double check I got my CAT rating too. Alright, kill the engine. Yeah. Alrighty, Burbank Tower, Baron 459 is here. I just want to double check this was for my CAT 8. Is that all that taken care of, or?
Baron 590, sir, you can request the CAT 8 before departure from Santa Barbara. But in any event, it would not have been a pass. The instructions were to make stretching to runway 8, intermediate 360 over and 9.
Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know.
No problem. Southwest 1092, right heading 220.
Alright, well, it looks like they weren't happy about the 360 and a few other things, so I did not pass my CAT 8. Let's get a bit more strict now, which is nice. Before it, I don't know if it was just easy or if they just weren't too worried about the details of it all. This time I didn't pass it, but I'm going to do this little fucker again and get this thing taken care of at some point. Anyways, good run.